Hello, the Stockhead faithful. Great to be back with you again. This week we'll be talking about a North African uranium developer. First on markets, plenty of volatility and interest in gold stocks as we've been seeing. Looks like gold could well push above 3,400 US an ounce pretty soon. Uranium prices started to tick up. We've seen a bit of a resurgence in interest in uranium the last few weeks. We noticed Meta just signed a 20-year power deal with a Illinois nuclear reactor, so that's sparked a bit of interest back in the sector. The other stimulus in the uranium market has come from Donald Trump recently pushing to cut regulation and speed up the implementation of nuclear power. So a bit of momentum behind the uranium price. Contract prices have been pretty sticky, over 82 US a pound. So those long-term contract prices are a much better barometer for the market. Going back last year, I was reading reports from Morgan Stanley. Their view was the incentive price for the average uranium project was around about 115 or 120 a pound. So I think that's where the spot price is going in the near term. On to the stock of the week this week on the uranium theme, Aura Energy Limited. The ticker is AEE. It's a company I have spoken about once or twice in the past. Just starting to get a bit of momentum as they move into the development phase on their Tiris uranium project in northwestern Mauritania. Plenty of activity there. The company's managing director is Andrew Grove. They've recently appointed an in-country general manager of operations, Mohammed Sin Ahmed. They've just completed a hydrological study to support their proposed operation. Funding options have been looked at. Capital costs for their 2 million tonne per annum uranium operation is projected around about 260 million US. So Quarry Bank and Oromiko have been appointed to lead that funding syndicate. Pretty impressive set of numbers. A resource of over 90 million pounds. That represents a 55% increase in resources based on that latest round of drilling. Plenty more resources in the area. The thing I like about this ore body, it beneficiates to about 1900 ppm at the front end of the plant, so very high grade feed compared to other comparable uranium prospects. Pretty impressive set of financial metrics around it. Obviously with that high grade feed, the relatively low capex, that's helping the numbers. Net present value of just under 500 million US and a pretty healthy internal rate of return of 39%. And that's using a spot price of around about US $80 a pound. So as I mentioned, I think the uranium is going to go significantly higher in the medium term. So I think those numbers can only get better. The company's got just under 20 million cash, has an enterprise value of under 90 million. So I think it's pretty cheap relative to the financial metrics. So I think as this project matures and it's de-risked through the financing, I think you're going to see a much higher valuation on this stock. Very hard to find new uranium developments out there, particularly with these financial metrics. So keep an eye on it. I'm pretty bullish. You know, the momentum behind uranium is not stopping anytime soon. Over 100 reactors planned worldwide. And with the utilities under pressure to find uranium supply, I can only see an upward movement from here. That's all for this week. Looking forward to talking to you next week.